Kind of crops half your head out before you start.
Technologies, man. Of double angle action. What's really good? Sharif Lawton in the building, joined today by the main man,
Constantinou.
First of all, man, let's have a little discussion about how we even know each other, how it came apart.
It was back at university, a night out, I believe.
Yeah, we went to the same uni. We were just, it was a mutual friend, and I seem to remember being passed out on the bed, and then this young guy. I just remember this guy standing over me, laughing his head off, and yeah, it was yours truly. So
what's that? 10, maybe like 10 years ago.
10 years ago. That actually feels so old, man.
10 years ago, and a few years later, we ended up in the same.
I met you at Monster Gym, man. Do you remember? I remember, man. This is how I thought I knew him from person, but I didn't. I was like, we were both in the same category, competing in bodybuilding.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
In the BNBF. And I think it was juniors, so we were in the junior category, and we were doing like posing practice, or whatever, with these chaps at Monster Gym. And I remember seeing Lee, and like just remember like some guy walking in being like really bubbly and full of life, and I was like, well, that's annoying. He can't have been dieting that hard. And then we kind of stripped off and did our posing, and whatever. And I remember seeing him thinking, hey, he's got a good physique, man. He's got a good physique, but you know, I've got him. Definitely.
Yeah, that rivalry.
Definitely. But obviously amicable. That's it. And lo and behold, I don't think I placed that show. I came not very well.
That was a central, wasn't it? That was a big show. It was about 20 of us in the juniors.
It was a big show. Anyway, my man won. Absolutely cleaned up, straightened glutes, everything. And from then on in, then I seen him at my work. He just turned up at work and was like,
following him.
That's it, man. And we were gym instructors for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're both on the same wavelength, very much in the kind of entrepreneurial fitness space right about now. Same sort of wavelength in that. So, yeah, pleasure for you to be here, man.
It's good to be here, man, and blast through all the questions that everyone's been asking us.
Let's do it. Let's start a nice, easy one, not even fitness related, it's for you, man. Cool. Lee, that's completely...
So just for you guys, this is from Sharif's Bodify group. So if you guys don't know what group we're talking about, it's from his group.
Bodify group. If you want to be in there, let me know. It's a private Facebook group.
Special people.
Very special. Lee was in New York a while back, and one of my clients is heading out there in 3 weeks' time, and basically wants to know the good places to chow down.
Well, where to start? So you need to go to Katzs Deli. Who is this? Liam.
My man Liam, yeah.
So Liam, you want to go to Katzs Deli.
Katzs Deli, yeah.
Katzs Deli.
Okay.
That's the one. If you want like a nice, if you like meat and you want a nice juicy friggin' beef sandwich, that's the place to go to. They just stack it up with like about 7 slices of beef, 2 slices of bread, and a little gherkin on the side. So go to Katzs Deli. Everybody talks about it. It's where Harry Met Sally was filmed, so a lot of people know it for that. Go there. You want to go to Bubba's restaurant. Bubba's, I can't remember.
Bubba Gumps, man.
Bubba's for pancakes.
Oh, I was going to say.
Pancakes, again, stacks of pancakes there, man. And they do this really juicy fried chicken. So those two places, hit them up definitely.
Kieran Groves, please can you both sit together in the coffee shop with your tops off? I for one don't look.
If only we went to go for coffee today.
I know, we didn't.
We actually went to go and eat.
I don't look anything like that anymore.
TBT.
Yeah.
Every day.
Exactly. So yeah, let's move straight on. Cool. My man, Michael Goodridge, he asked actually a bunch of good questions. I think some of these, I think it'll be good for both of us to answer these, and we'll have a slightly different spin on it. With enough sleep each day, are rest days still essential?
Yes. In a nutshell, your body, aside from sleep, I think that your body still needs to rest or recuperate regardless of the amount of hours you get sleep per night. Your body still needs to, if you're trying to build muscle and lose fat, you need to let your body shut down and just not lift any weights and not train if you want to get the most out of the training sessions that you have scheduled in.
Definitely, yeah, couldn't agree more. And also this week's Bodify article is actually on sleep and what's relevant to this audience, how it affects muscle building and fat loss. So watch out for that. But yeah, I would largely agree with that. It's
every, 2 days on, 1 day off, or if you go 3 days a week, you want to definitely have more rest days in there than, some bodybuilder who's training like every day.
For a natural lifter, which is a good point, what is a good split to increase size? I certainly have my own opinions on this, but I'll let you take it away.
I've tried many different protocols for building muscle, the whole single body part split, but one of the best ones I found is the kind of push-pull lower split, where you do your push muscles, shoulder, chest, triceps, the pull kind of back, rear delt, trap, bicep day, and then your lower body day, and then just cycling through that, kind of hitting the higher frequency training, training that twice in 10 days. I find that that's one of the best ways for kind of packing a muscle. A lot of the research out there is showing that when you train a muscle more frequently, you can build more muscle. So.
Yeah, I agree largely on that, in fact, completely. So yeah, I would definitely say either a push-pull leg split or an upper-lower split. It's very good. Yeah. You could go upper-lower, or upper-lower rest, upper-lower. But the main thing is that you want to be training muscle groups more than once a week. And I think that's the key. And Lee talked about frequency just then. So for a natural lifter, not to get too sciencey, but kind of the rate of muscle protein synthesis kind of caps at 48 hours. Basically meaning that after you've gone 2 days per training a muscle group, from then on in, it's just kind of sitting there waiting to get stimulated again. So if you just hammer it once a week and then don't touch it, that's 5 days when it's not getting stimulated, where you could be growing more. So in terms of that, frequency needs to be nice and high. So
sure, man.
Following on from that, what's your opinion on rep ranges, again for size?
So rep range is anything, for me personally, anything from 5 to 12 reps. Kind of working the lower end for those strength, kind of muscle density training, and then upwards to the more hypertrophy, muscle volume training, and then working anywhere within those rep ranges worked well for me. And a lot of people out there trying to build muscle. How about yourself?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think anything from even 5 to upwards of
15,
15,
sure.
even some blocks of 20. I think the majority of it, if size is the main goal, needs to be between that kind of like Lisa 6 and 12. But definitely having some phases where you're doing some heavy stuff is beneficial, and definitely having some phases where you're doing some super light stuff. But
bit of everything. Do both and see what works better for you.
Absolutely. Don't get too caught up though on doing too much strength though. If the goal is size, you need to be getting that volume in there, and that's best achieved with obviously
definitely
6 to 12.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you maintain a high protein diet if you're a vegetarian? If so, what foods do you recommend if you don't eat meat, fish, and eggs? You got any vegetarian clients?
Yeah, I've had a couple of vegetarian clients and some vegan clients as well.
Okay.
So it is a lot harder to get that protein intake in, but you've just got to be a lot more conscious of it than someone who obviously eats meat. And that's when you really got to look at the beans and pulses and get a good range of those kind of foods in your diet. I know tofu is quite a popular one for vegans especially. And try and mix your protein sources, because a lot of vegetarian foods have incomplete protein, so you want to mix them up
so that you get the full spectrum of aminos.
For sure, man. Brown rice, beans, brown rice, lentils, and all that kind of stuff. And just be more conscious. But you have to also be aware that there's a lot more fat and carbs in vegetarian foods.
True.
More carbs, so you got to be careful not to overshoot calories from trying to eat protein.
Gosh, nailed it. Can't say more than that. Yeah. So can you maintain it? Yeah, definitely, but you have to be more...
Eggs as well. Cool. Eggs are vegetarian, right? Yeah. You don't eat meat. He doesn't eat eggs.
He didn't say that. Oh, and eggs. Oh,
if you don't eat eggs, okay, yeah. So it's quite hard. Yeah, I mean, vegetarian, you're kind of more version to vegan than if you're not eating eggs and that. But,
so it can be done. You just have to be more diligent with your looking at packaging and, like Lee says, making sure you get the full spectrum of amino acids. But it can be done.
Cool. It can be done.
Sweet. And what are your thoughts on sports massage as deep tissue massage? Can they be beneficial for aiding recovery? This is from my boy Sham, by the way. Shout out to Sham.
Yeah, definitely, man. I've had a few injuries this year, and for me, getting my deep tissue massage has been really beneficial, just to kind of loosen up muscles. Unless you foam roll rigorously and kind of make that a daily routine, you're gonna. If you're quite a lazy person and you miss that stuff, you need to get deep tissue. I think it's important that you break down the muscle and kind of ease off any tension, because you get a lot of build up of lactate and what builds up in the
just
muscles.
Like knots, man,
knots
right?
And crap. And that's why I think it really is beneficial. I think.
And with foam rolling, man, with all the intention in the world, there's only so much pain you can inflict upon yourself before you just get off. But
and you start tensing up the muscles, and you don't get a benefit from it.
Exactly. You got someone's elbow in your IT band, man. That's game over, right? Exactly. So yes, it is beneficial.
Once a month, maybe twice a month if you can afford it.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely try and get one once a month.
Yeah, I agree completely, and I do the same. Cool, man. Should I keep rolling?
Yeah.
Cool. This one's from Rob. I'm bulking and I've stopped doing cardio. I'm steadily putting on weight, but I'm feeling a lot more unfit. Would you recommend keeping cardio in? I think he's answered his own question, man. He's saying he feels more unfit.
Do a bit of cardio.
Do a bit of cardio, for real.
If you are still trying to bulk, just keep the calories high and maybe drip feed a bit more in if you feel like you're not gaining anymore. But definitely, if some high intensity intervals or just kind of some steady runs or whatever it is that you like to do some cardio.
If the limiting factor, say you're doing like a set of squats in 15 and you're absolutely blowing, and the limiting factor is your lungs rather than your legs, it's not ideal. So while it's all good to like gain weight, I think fitness is absolutely an indirect part of muscle building, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Cool. I've got a couple of these questions, man. The whole I know it's that kind of flu season, but I've been ill, unable to train for a couple of days. First of all, what can I do to reduce muscle loss? And, I probably won't be eating anything for 24, 48 hours. What should I do, basically? So when you're ill.
Me first?
You go.
Blowing them all like me today.
Yeah, man.
When you're ill, it is hard to eat. I mean, your appetite goes. I find when I'm ill, I try and get more liquid meals in me, just because food isn't really like on my mind. And so I think chucking down a few shakes and just packing in loads of goodness and nutrients into that shake is a good way of keeping the nutrients and calories high, and then trying to give your body all that good stuff that's going to help you overcome the flu, the illness, and all that.
Yeah, for real. So would you take calories up, down, or keep it the same? Say you were ill. I guess it depends what phase you were in.
Yeah, it depends what phase you're in, but generally you're not going to exercise, so you're probably going to burn and expend a lot less calories. So you try and bring them down, or go to kind of a maintenance calories for that time.
Yeah, I agree.
Not down, I'd say.
Yeah, I think you don't. Being either ill or injured is not a good time to start putting yourself in a deficit. I would at least bring your calories up to maintenance. Just try and recover.
Yeah, sure.
And then obviously drop back into whatever phase you're doing, whether it be gaining or losing. Obviously, if you're real chesty and stuff, then don't train. You're not going to lose muscle in a couple of days. And if you are worried about that, just make sure protein's nice and high, man. A couple grams per kilo, whatever.
Get some more vitamin C in.
Vitamin C, vitamin D3, rest. Night nurse, man, that knocks you the fuck out. I think that was all my questions from the Bodify group and the Snap, so I'm going to move on to Lee's questions.
Would you agree that a bowl of Cheerios with chocolate peanut butter flavoured whey and almond milk is the tastiest post-workout carbs and protein combination? Have you tried that before?
I've never tried that.
It's quite a damn good taste.
Really?
Combination.
Okay.
Yeah. Post-workout cereal is the one.
Cereal in general is the one.
Right?
Yeah.
Question for you, man.
Okay.
This is a good question here.
Shit.
One of my clients is actually. Some data states that fasted cardio increases both lipolysis and lipid oxidation more than post foods. Yet conflicting data suggests that it makes little or no difference since it balances out over the next 23 hours. Where do you stand and why?
Yeah, cool. So the research I've done on fasted cardio and anecdotally with myself and clients suggests that yes, during the session you perhaps burn more fat than carbohydrate, but your body is smart, and like you just said, there's research to say that within the 23 hours after, you'll burn therefore more carbs and fat, so it kind of balances itself out. Also, if you think about it, if you don't have anything to eat pre-cardio, that session is going to be not as good as if you had even something small, rice cake, bit of jam. I know you're a fan of HIIT training. Obviously, you wouldn't do that fasted, but generally any sort of activity needs to be fueled. And as far as I can see, there is no data suggesting that fasted cardio is of more benefit than doing it with a bit of food in you. You want to be thinking about total calories at the end of the day rather than like acute windows. But yeah, what do you reckon?
No. Hang on.
Yeah, cool.
I'll take that.
So, for your preps and that, would you use fasted cardio?
I've used it, and if I want to create a smaller window of eating food, then I'll do fasted cardio.
Right.
I've done fasted HIIT, which is
horrible.
horrible.
Man. That must have been dirty. Could you even move, man?
Well, I'd normally have like a big meal the night before.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like,
true.
I feel like 6-7 hours ago isn't a lot of time. You know what I mean? And I'm
exactly.
hitting a HIIT session with fuel in me.
True, that fuel can't go anywhere.
I used to train at 6 a.m. Empty, with just like pre-workout or caffeine in me. So
a few BCAs or something.
Yeah. That's it. And I was actually hitting some good numbers and doing HIIT training.
Yeah.
And I think it depends where you are and how long your body takes to adapt to that thing you're doing.
Definitely.
And so it's personal preference a lot of the time.
Yeah, agreed.
How you feel when you feel it's best for you.
Exactly, and it's more of a case of getting the cardio in. If it's first thing in the morning and you can't stomach anything, just go and do it. But are there any magical fat burning effects? So far, from the research, I can't see any. But I'm very willing to change, my stance on that if it comes out that it's good, and I'll be the first one to jump on there first thing in the morning. We'll see. But just get it done when you can. Cool.
Last question here again from Iz. How crucial really is the peak week compared to the whole prep? Go for it.
No way, man. This is you. This is your question.
We've done a few comps between us. How many comps have we done? What?
You've done more than me.
15 comps altogether.
What?
Well, I've done 10.
You've done 10?
I've done 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you've done like 3 or 4, man. Oh. You've done loads, really, bro.
About 10 in 65 years.
And how have your peaks gone? Generally?
They've changed every single time.
Okay.
I find that people are more conservative and worried about looking worse off for the show day, so they end up coming into a lot of competitions looking flat. And so I think it's important to get someone else to look and give you that subjective opinion on how, if you're ready for the show or if you need more carbs, because when you're looking at yourself every single day, it kind of plays in your mind. So I think
especially when you're dieted, depleted, your mind's all over the place. 1 minute you're looking good, 1 minute you're like, shit, I'm not ready. Yeah, you need that extra eye.
But saying that, the peak week is, you should be ready before the peak week. You'll be coasting into the show at this point. It doesn't cause any magical changes to your body.
If you're looking shit before peak week, nothing you can do.
Exactly. You're not holding water. You're probably still fat. It's kind of like you just need to be ready before. Peak week can give you like a 1-2% difference if you're ready, but ultimately it's the whole prep that's going to make the difference if you're ready.
So you almost want to de-emphasise that and emphasise just being ready on time. Simple as that.
Yeah. The goal is to get stage ready. Yeah, I want to ask you a question, Sharif.
Shit.
For the dads out there. How are you managing kind of getting your fitness goals in place and being a dad? How are you finding the balance?
I think something's definitely got to go. In terms of, you can't be 110% on your fitness, 110% on your food, 110% on your business, your family. And because right now family is so much up here with the little one, something's got to give. So while I'm still probably training the amount I want to, because I'm fortunate enough to work in the gym, it's probably not with the same intensity as it could be. But then again, different stages of your life, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But I think a lot of people, have something like this, and how many dads do you see that are just like fat and out of shape? And it's like, there's no need for that, man.
No.
You can still eat well, you can still train, you just maybe it's not the same intensity as you're used to.
Do you think people use it as an excuse to get out of shape?
100%. And I'm not saying it's easy, and the sleep deprivation messes with you, I'm not going to lie. My wife's definitely got it worse than me, but at the same time, not having that even 7 hours, 6 hours of complete sleep.
Deep sleep.
Nah, never. And when you do it, it's like, bosh, you're up straight away. So that's probably the hardest bit for sure. I don't know about any of you other dads that think similarly, but yeah.
Cool. I'm sure it might help a few people out there.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. I hope this Q&A has been informative and useful to you guys, and hope you've enjoyed this, and appreciate Lee coming all the way down from South London, man, just to be with me and chat to you guys. It's
been good, man. It's been good. We train, we chat, watch these videos on Sharif's page. Make sure you also get involved with his page, his Bodyfy on Facebook. He posts a lot of good shit in there. So
keep it locked.